So WWE has a PLE this weekend. Funny enough, they got one this weekend. They do not have a PLE in September. You can argue, yes, that on September 1st, No Mercy is rolling around for NXT, but for a main roster PLE, they don't have one throughout the month of September, which tells me that we are going to get a very long, slow build to Bad Blood at the beginning of October. And we better, I'm going to that pay-per-view in Atlanta, which, my God, Atlanta. $50 to park your vehicle? Idiots going up in New York are going, that's nothing. I've never paid $50 to park a vehicle at a WWE event in my life. But anyway, the tickets alone were expensive enough. Do you really have to charge people $50 to park? Anyway, there's going to be a big build up to Hell in a Cell, which tells me that this pay-per-view over here, this Bash in Berlin, aside from maybe one match, it's pretty, or maybe two matches, it's a throwaway pay-per-view. This is out of all the European pay-per-views they've done, going over to France, then going over to Scotland, now going over to Germany. This is probably going to be the weakest of the three. Um, and for good reason, too, because the build for it has been, especially on the SmackDown side, very lackluster. Um, Compared to what they've done earlier in the year, this pay-per-view, the build is just meh to me. Um, Randy Orton, well, we'll go through the matches here. Let's go through the matches. We can talk about the build-up for them, or lack thereof, as it were. But yeah, it's crazy how they do not have a PLE for the month of September. In October, they got Bad Blood. And then at the very start of November, they got Crown Jewel. And then right at the weekend after Thanksgiving is Survivor Series War Games, which I'm looking forward to. Um, but let's start here from the bottom. God. This is for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Remember, we have women's tag belts? The Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Guess what, guys? All you people over in the UK, that's going to be for nothing because Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill are getting the belts back. That's my prediction. They knew that on that pay-per-view, they had to give you something. So they gave you the lesser of all the evils and gave you the damn women's tag titles. Put on a team that they really had no intention of pushing in the first place. Now, I'm a huge Isla Dawn fan, and I think she deserves a little bit better. But they're losing those titles here. It's transitional. They should have never been put on this team in the first place. I mean, this whole notion that AEW has created, and Vince McMahon beforehand, it used to be Vince McMahon. God dang it, pal, the babyface got to lose in the hometown. Get heat. Got that. But and then Tony Khan came along and goes, no, we're going to have the babyfaces win in their hometown. And then Triple H is continuing that with, we get a big pop and it's a feel-good moment. But yeah, in the long term, does it really mean anything? I think you kind of got to have a balance of it and throw the hometown thing out the window. I'm going to go here with the next one that I'm seeing here. It's CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a good old strap match. Now, I love how WWE doesn't traditionally do strap matches like this often. Normally, they just join them at the wrist with a strap, and that's it. Pinfall or submission. Very rarely do you see it done where they got to touch all four corners. I remember JBL and Eddie Guerrero, I believe, was one of the last times they did it in 2004, and even then they called it a bull rope match because there was a cowbell between, on each end of the rope. But this is a strap match. It's with a leather strap. And right here, I think that, let's see, they've had Drew win one. I think CM Punk needs to win this one. And then all of a sudden, the rubber match is going to be inside Hell in a Cell in October, which me getting to see that as a fan of both of these guys, especially CM Punk in person, That's going to be awesome. Um, they have this listed as this stupid the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Nobody's calling them the Terror Twins. Stop. Just stop. Big deal. You could put it on a T-shirt and maybe package together a Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest action figure and say, oh, this is edition 145, volume 100, whatever, the Terror Twins by Mattel. Nobody's calling these guys the Terror Twins. Stop it. Just stop. It's stupid. They're going up against Dirty Dominic Mysterio or Daddy Dom. He's now Daddy Dom. And Liv Morgan, mixed tag match. It's not basically an intergender match. Basically, the women have to fight the women, the men have to fight the men. And honestly, with this right here, I look for Dominic and Liv to squeak out a win here. I think they get another win, and then we have the big blow off of Hell in a Cell between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, with Rhea Ripley getting that title back at Bad Blood. And we might see a return at Bad Blood that I'll get to probably down the line. We're going to have to see how they build it up. I'm predicting that we see a Charlotte Flair return, and she's going to go after Rhea Ripley. Or she's going to go after the winner. I don't think she'll win it, but oh well. Or she could show up on SmackDown. Who knows? She's been a SmackDown wrestler predominantly her whole career. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, singles match, undisputed WWE Championship. Kevin Owens is not. They've been pushing this deal of will Owens turn? Will Owens turn on him? Will Owens turn on him? We're even going to show you a video package chronicling every turn he's ever done, including against somebody who's not even in the company no more. Ooh, we can shock you too. We're the new WWE. We don't erase history anymore, except when it makes us look bad. But here, I think that, obviously Cody's going to get the win. It's going to be a good old wrestling match. He's going to get the win clean. I mean, you might see some bloodline interference here. Who knows? Maybe Roman Reigns will come into, I don't see Roman Reigns traveling all the way to Berlin. But the rest of the bloodline, who knows? Gunther versus Randy Orton. If Orton wins the championship, he'll be transferred to Raw, and Gunther will be transferred to SmackDown. I don't get how that is, but okay. Because Orton shouldn't be in this match to begin with. Orton is a SmackDown superstar. But they're spinning this off of the King of the Ring. They're spinning this off of the King of the Ring controversy at the end, with Orton's shoulders not being down, Gunther getting the win. This is going to be a hard-hitting match. Orton's going to play the heel because while they're pegging him from Germany, Gunther's not German. He may speak German, but he's not German. He's Austrian. Big difference there. But yeah, I think Gunther gets the win here. It's too early to take it off Gunther. It's going to be a heck of a match. He's going to pin them clean. Now, I will say that if Orton and Gunther do not go on last, if they put good Lord, I wish my phone would stop going off. If they do not put Gunther on last and they have Gunther beat Orton in the semi-main or even in the middle way through the show, then you can have Orton come out in the Cody match and turn on Cody. I think it's a little bit too soon for it, but oh well. I'm just spitballing ideas. But Gunther's going to win. Whether it be clean, unclean, whatever the case may be, Gunther is going to win. But yeah, that as far as who may return, who may not return, I don't think we're going to see anything big. Again, this is going to be the weakest out of these European PLEs. To the best of my knowledge, they do not have an overseas PLE again until probably next summer. Bad Blood's in Atlanta. They do have an overseas PLE in Saudi Arabia, but I really don't count those because they're contractually obligated to do them. And I'll be glad when this 10-year Saudi deal is over with, even though maybe they're going to sign a new one. Who knows? They're going to do Monday Night Raw from Saudi Arabia as well. What else has WWE got going as far as PLEs go? So after that, you got Survivor Series, which is in Canada. That's a domestic pay-per-view to me. It's not overseas. It's, still within the continent of North America. They don't do a PLE. They stopped doing the TLC pay-per-view in December because they realized nobody's, even though it's on Peacock, nobody's really interested in it around the holiday time. January is the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. February they may do Elimination Chamber somewhere. Who knows? Maybe they'll do the Elimination Chamber in Australia again. Who knows? And then you got WrestleMania right around the corner from it. But no real huge European pay-per-views from now until WrestleMania. Thank God. The crowd is going to be annoying as ever. Here in Germany, they're going to be annoying. It's a European crowd. You know my thoughts on that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Bash in Berlin. Who do you think will win these matches? Leave a comment below and we will see you down the road.